The annual gathering point for the entire airshow community is the annual International Council of Airshows Convention, this year, 2007, in Las Vegas at the Rio All Suites. To make a long story short, it was a mixed year. A lot of amazing things, extraordinary shows, tremendous performances. But some downsides too, the loss of a valued sponsorship for the Red Baron team and a safety record that wasn't as good as it usually is. We talked to ICAS President John Cudahy for some background on air shows as they've been and air shows as they expect to be through 2008. Much for your time. It's got to be a zoo of a day for you. But we've asked 3 questions of a number of the performers and people who've been in the industry for a while. The first one, of course, in the light of the announcement that the Red Barons are heading into what appears to be their last year, are air shows the kind of value that a sponsor can get behind now and in the future?
Yeah, I would say we're actually hitting kind of a new spike in how involved corporations and corporate America generally can become in air shows. The passing of the Red Baron program is sad, but every sponsorship program has a shelf life of some sort. They've been in the business 28 years, by far the longest running sponsored air show act. So we hate to see them go, but it's been a fantastic ride, and Schwann's has been great for the business, even if the departure leaves something to be desired. So it's a good time for air shows when it comes to using air shows and air show performers as corporate marketing tools.
Aero-TV is brought to you by Cirrus aircraft have always been easy to fly. Now they're easier than ever to buy. A complete line of ownership programs gives you everything you need to purchase, trade, finance, lease, insure, and warranty your Cirrus. There's even an ownership program for non-pilots. The Cirrus Access Pilot can teach you how to fly or fly the plane for you. Find out more at www.cirrusdesign.com. Cirrus, for the love of flying. Now, back to Aero-TV.
We live in an iPod generation. Everything is newer, glitzier, more gizmos, more gadgets, more flash, more this, more that. Are air shows keeping up with the times?
Yeah, they are. I would argue that they're probably ahead of the times. We were Flash Gordon before iPods, and it's important for us to keep up with all the changes. But there's something inherently attractive about aviation. You know that in your work, and so even with iPods and video games and all the sort of short attention span entertainment devices, I guess, for lack of a better term, air shows are pretty compelling stuff, and I think we see innovation in the industry in the form of the types of aircraft that are flying, the maneuvers that they're performing, the Hollywood presentation of air shows. You know, there's a big growth in things like jumbotrons and that sort of thing. I think that is a function of the iPodization of our culture. But still in all, the foundation is very strong, and the foundation will remain what it has been. I think some of the new developments can help us make that a bit more attractive to a younger generation. But I think air shows are at the beginning and the end pretty good entertainment unto themselves.
Aero-TV is brought to you by
Today, there is an affordable, high-performance, easy-to-own and easy-to-operate very light jet designed with you in mind. Far less expensive than any other twin-engine jet to buy, it is also the least expensive to own and operate. It is the Eclipse 500, the jet that's easy to buy, easy to fly, and fun to own. The jet for you.
Now, back to Aero-TV.
The big question on everybody's mind at this point is, are we doing enough to be safe in the air show business? Are air shows as safe as they could be?
Well, the interesting thing is that it feels like one of the worst years we've had in a long time, and that's good. We want to feel, when we have the kinds of accidents we've had this year, we want to feel as though it's atypical. The fact is that for such a bad year, it still is much better than we were in the 80s and early 90s when we could suffer through as many as 10 or 12 accidents a year. That said, nobody is satisfied with the safety record of the airshow industry this year. We've looked at the accidents. We're trying to uncover trends or issues that we can attack as a business. But the sense is that that this is a pendulum thing, and that we were absolutely dedicated to safety and almost nothing else for a number of years, and that had the effect of dramatically reducing accidents. Between 1992 and 2002, we averaged 2.8 accidents a year, and that's still 2.8 accidents more than we'd like to have, but it's a pretty enviable safety record. That pendulum has turned a little, and I think our folks are so focused on creating the best entertainment act that they can that in some cases safety may have slipped a little. Our organization is dedicated to recommitting all of our members to getting back to the point where safety is a primary consideration so that we can have both entertaining and safe air shows.